not beads! I'm very specific!
Oh.
That is not beads!
Okay.
I'm very specific!
But it wasn't enough!
What's going on, gamers? Give me a minute. I saw the raid. I wasn't 100% ready, but that's okay. I'm here. Alrighty then. I guess I should go ahead and before we get things started, to specifically piss off Bryu, let's go ahead and get a mic check, if at all possible, with the viewers in chat. Can I get a mic check? Mic. Michael. That sequence of emotes. Alright, hold up. Let me see what's going on here. Let me pause the music. I gotta go, so don't watch the dial match until I'm back. First of all, I will do what I want. And second of all, yeah, I got you. I gotta take a dump and do laundry. Holy shit. What's good, Ryan? What's good, Bryu? What's good, Dial? What's good, Mox? What's good, Jarrett? Ensign? Raiders, welcome to the stream. This is week 2 draft recap of the BMDL Draft League. And I am going to bring in our special guest. Give me un momento, chat. And I need you guys to help me with some audio. All right. Let me see if it connects. Okay, chat, if you hear a voice at any point, I need you guys to help me with a mic check. Can I get a mic check?
Mic.
Oh?
Mic.
Mic. I can hear them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, none other than the mod father, the oldest, the greatest of them all, Bryu.
Except oldest.
Welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, Bryu?
Dodge the truth. What's up, buddy?
Hey, listen, real ones remember when Bryu used to stream back in the day. Real ones remember the good old days.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing like my mother's
Pepin
ham,
days.
biscuit, pickle, brackle, and beans with fizzy with.
What's good,
They used to
Dozo?
make roasted ham, swat,
terrible
with
red
spinach
red
and
attempts.
batter, and then side of biscuit.
Oh my god, I remember. Yeah, I remember. It felt like every time I went to your stream and you were doing Rad Red, you were always on that double battle right before Vermilion City. Do you remember the one I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, Camper Jeff.
Yeah, it was always that battle every stream. It was just always the same battle.
Call him something else, but
Yeah. All right,
years in the ring.
gamers, you guys know the format. We have the amazing Modfather here with us to help us out. I have this pulled up, so this should be a little bit smoother than it was last week because it looks like we have the matches pinned. Are these the 5 matches, or are these just every match? I think it's
that
just
is every match. I
every
didn't actually
match.
go through and
Okay, so
Yeah.
let me go here. I'm gonna
if you want to stay, if you want to stay there and leave it pinned. leave
Okay,
the
so
pin
I'll
up, I
stay
can-
here
I
and
can
you'll just
read-
tell me where to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull
All
up
right.
the-
So chat, we're gonna keep this simple. We're gonna keep it fun. We're gonna keep it loose. Remember, at the end of the replays, we're gonna do a little vote. We're gonna talk to chat, and we're gonna decide what coach had the best prep of the week, who made the best play of the week, and what Pokemon was the MVP of the week. Before we get started, and chat, I need your help on this, seriously. Should there be background music, or should we just listen to showdown music? I'm cool with showdown music, but what do you guys think? What are we thinking? Showdown music? Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Dozo, but I'm open to opinions. If there's any other opinions out there. That feeling is love. Light background music. Showdown music is chaotic, but I'm fine with either. Because if I put light background music, then the showdown music will just have to be muted. I always mute it, but I'm fine with either. I'd go Glitch City, Pokemon Lo-Fi. All right. We're going to go Pokemon Lo-Fi, but I am going to make it low. I don't want it to be too loud. So, guys, I just put on Pokemon Lo-Fi. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking. And then, Briyu, I want you to just tell a story while the Lo-Fi is in the background to make sure the audio is clean. So, I'm going to stop talking. I need you guys to tell me about Briyu's audio. In 3, 2, 1.
There once was a man named Dave. He liked to live in a cave. I don't know where else to go with this, so I hope it's over soon.
Briyu sounds good.
And,
Called it being Briyu. Let's go, Steve. Yeah, that was a... This is not Emerald Imperium. Yo, what's up, Stripes? It makes me so happy that somebody actually came to the stream and was like, wait, this isn't a nuzlocke. You just made me so happy, Stripes. Thank you so much. I'm trying to slowly but surely get known in the nuzlocke community. Slowly but surely. I need to get a couple of E4s on my belt. All right, let's not dilly-dally. Mr. Briyu, the GOAT, what replay are we watching first?
Do you want to save the biggest vote getter for last?
Yes, let's save the biggest vote getter for last for sure.
Alright, let's start off with Phoenix and Steve.
Phoenix and Steve.
Steve
Okay.
is-
All right, perfect.
Steve is here.
So, Briyu, we'll copy the same format as last time. I think we'll take turns doing the play-by-play so that we're not just cutting each other off. And then at the end of each set, me and you will just kind of talk about it. And we'll give our feelings, we'll give our thoughts, and just what we thought about the set overall. And then we'll ignore everything that chat says. How does that sound?
Sure. How does it work with the delay? We stream delay.
So basically, with stream delay, you should be fine. I'm gonna
'Cause I'm
give you
watching-
a countdown to start the replays. It should be fine.
Oh, so I'm gonna watch the replay myself at the same.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm gonna give you a 3, 2, 1 to start the replay. So I'm gonna load up the first replay, chat. Let's make sure that you guys actually see this. Okay, it looks good. Spoilers. I understand. I'm joking. No, I know, Stripes. I'm just messing around, man. How's the run going? Did you beat the desert double, by the way, Stripes? Yo, Kiramis, my goat. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so, Briyu, we're gonna run speed on slow for each of the replays. Because on normal, it goes like a little fast, to be honest.
Roger that.
Remember I lost Floatzel, forgot to change Kilo's hidden power type, but oh, that's right. Yeah, you told me about that. Yeah, you'll be okay though. You'll be okay, Stripes. Don't worry about it. All right, so chat, I'm loading U-Haul, so I lurk. Yeah, I know you mentioned that you're moving. That's freaking awesome. Good luck, be safe unloading the U-Haul. Ignore the default avatar. It changes to that a lot. Honestly, I don't even know how to change my avatar. I'm pretty much a boomer. All right, guys. So this is Phoenix versus Steve. We're just gonna go directly into it. I'm gonna lower down. Oh wait, no. We're playing with no sound, right? We're gonna play sound off. All right, here we go. Game 1, chat. Let's just get this. Let's get this party started. So we have Lumineon and Auroraris. The nicknames are goated. Right now, Steve is winning the nickname battle. I'm not gonna lie to you. This Auroraris is in danger. Alright, so Fake Out, Tailwind. The fact that that thing gets Tailwind is pretty insane. Does this guy pick up the kill? Yeah, Drain Punch. It's just a free kill. I think from Phoenix's point of view, he's thinking to himself, listen, I'm either going to get a Terra or I'm going to get a free kill. So I think Phoenix made a very safe, very good play. Here's the Follow Me. Encore into the Follow Me. You can argue that's good. You can argue that's bad. Here's the Torch Song. +1 special attack. Any Throat Spray? No Throat Spray. Knockoff doing massive damage. So that's a bit of closed team sheet. I'm sure Steve wasn't expecting a knockoff. So here goes the Terra Fairy. Here goes another Follow Me. Here goes a Scald for like 0 damage. Gets the burn though. That's good chip. And then here's a Slack Off. I really like the Slack Off play, because now we're sitting at pretty good health. The problem is this Blastoise is so tanky, so I kind of want to see Lumineon switch. There it goes. Definitely had to get him out. Here's the Follow Me. And I probably want to see... Yeah, Hex works. Alright, so now this guy goes for high horsepower. It's neutral. It's only doing about 20%. Bubbles getting burned. So now, is this Mousehold offensive or defensive? It goes for a Super Fang. I think that's a decent play here. I like the Torch Song. Torch Song not picking up the KO, to me, that means Assault Vest, right? So we've seen 3 attacking moves. I'm pretty sure this guy is AV. He's going to heal up with Drain Punch. So it's a bit unfortunate. I think, what would I have done differently there? Maybe just follow me on the mouse. Alright, so Luminion is back. It probably wants to help set up a Tailwind. We get the Mach Punch into Skeledirge. Once again, that has to be AV, because look at the coverage. And yeah, looking a little bit rough here. This Conkeldurr is just kind of tearing through the team. Mach Punch into Darmanitan. Poor Bryu just takes a giant fist to the face.
I'm used to it.
Also, Icicle Crash picking up is kind of insane damage. This thing got Encored to protect. That's pretty good. Intimidate comes out. I'm wondering if a close combat still kills. I'm pretty sure Darm gets close combat here. It goes for Icicle Crash. It's probably Guerrilla Tactics then. Scald. No, not going to pick up the KO. Do you get the burn? No burn. There's the crunch. I think I would have swapped out the Darm here, maybe. It's kind of tough. Your resources are so low. Alright, so Alolan Executor needs to play around ice moves here, which I'm assuming is what's going to come out from the Porygon. Oh, they actually go for Thunderbolt. Interesting. Okay. And then Tailwind gets set up. That's a good play. Play rough. Okay. So hear me out. If I remember correctly, this game looks like kind of Phoenix ran away with it, but I'm pretty sure this turn was super important, I think. So maybe not super important, but the fact that Porygon lives that, 7%, that looks like a roll. It's forced Guerrilla Tactics. Oh, I thought it had a second ability. I guess not. Yeah, this thing is...
Zenmo's bad.
Yeah, this thing's
Banned.
cooked. The nicknames this season has been so fire. I feel so bad for not using nicknames in all my matches. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I keep playing on mobile and I keep just forgetting, chat. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Alright, so that's game 1. I'll give some quick notes before Bryu takes over for game 2. I think Phoenix got ahead because Phoenix played safe from Phoenix's point of view. And I think Steve got...
You have one job.
Oh, thank you for the salt dial. Thank you. We gotta watch the clip. We gotta watch this clip. The switch?
Come on, baby. You're my GOAT. I love you. I love you, Iron Hands.
It's not done yet.
I love
I
you.
love you, Iron Hands.
I love you.
And then the Big Show. Okay, so can I tell you a story about that sub alert? As you guys can see, the video stops playing, but the audio keeps going because I forgot to cut the audio to match the video because I'm an idiot. But it's so ratchet that I almost like it that way, but I digress. What I was going to say originally is I think Steve got caught off guard. I think that knockoff into Skeledirge was like a life changer. And I think without knowledge of knockoff, it was really hard for Steve to kind of play around that. So that's good prep by Phoenix. Let me pull up game 2 real quick, and then we're going to let Bryu take over.
That first turn Aurora's kill was rough.
Yeah, but even then, you're trading Auroras for Tailwind. I didn't feel like it was the worst thing in the world, but knockoff just like completely ruined it for Steve. Okay, so I'm going to set this to slow. Bryu, I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. On 1, hit play, and then just talk about what you're seeing. I'm going to relax. I'm going to let you do your thing.
Oh, man. Here we go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, here we go. With the Skelly and the Mouse. Classic duo. Against the Blast and the Rune. I'm going to be trading some mummies. Early Terra, early Fake Out. And Torch Song, I'm assuming. Yep, into the Rune. Yep. Boost early. And there's the Trick Room. Alright. This is... Okay. No flinches. And no Torch Song. That, Skelly, he's about to get out of hand.
Ooh.
water does no accuracy drops. Wait, why was there a flinch?
I think there was a fake out. I think.
He muddy watered.
Oh, rock slide. Oh, rock slide.
Oh
rock slide.
yes, rock slide. You're right. And there's the accuracy drop. Skelly's still hanging tough, making use of that trick room. Okay, let's see if Auroras can actually do something this time. Follow me, freeze dry, maybe. And the crit. And the crit. So that's a good slack off right there from Steve. Auroraville, okay, all right, I see it. And here's the beast.
Mm.
All right, knockoff doesn't do anything this time. Yeah, I feel like Steve really has turned a corner on this one. He really took the information from the game one and used it to his advantage.
Pasho Berry, by the way.
Pasho Berry. Shout out to Luminion and its crazy move pool. A miss and a storm drain.
Yep.
There's the freeze dry. Now, if we look at this right now, Steve has a crazy advantage. I forget what happened. Turn this around, but it's Phoenix, so.
Yeah, I definitely have notes.
Ooh, try attack. Did some damage.
Luminion's a beast.
Shout out to Luminion, man. That move pool is just ridiculous.
It's a cool mon. It's like low key, but it's cool. I really like it.
Oh, I remember what happens now. Okay,
Yep.
yes. The burn into the guts. Because Phoenix slow played the guts. Slow played not having guts. When he actually had it.
Oh, the 99%.
Yep. Punched in the face again. And this one's a lot closer. Yeah, that mock punch though.
Yep.
Oof. Yeah, I thought the whole time it was Iron Fist. But
Ryu keeps getting fisted.
that must have been Ryan saying that, right?
Dozo.
Either or.
Yeah, it's the play rough.
Oh, and the play rough. Yep, that seals it.
Yep.
Not to give me, I don't Leaf Storm on Lowland Executor. Like, I don't know.
Yep, that's game 2. All right, so I'll give some of my thoughts, and then Bria, you can let me know if you agree with me, and we'll see what chat thinks. I have mixed feelings. Once again, I don't necessarily blame Steve for Will-O-Wisping because it didn't necessarily seem like the Conkeldurr was guts. Although, to be fair, the Conkeldurr wasn't using that many punch. I mean, I guess it was using Drain Punch, Mock Punch. So I forgive Steve for that, to be honest. Where I think Steve won this game and then backed out of it was switching out the Skeledirge. I know there was an accuracy drop, and I know that you missed the Hex, but like at that point in time, he has, and by he I mean Phoenix. Phoenix has 0 offensive pressure into that Skeledirge. So even if you want to say, I have terrible luck and I have the worst luck ever, and give yourself a 50-50% chance to hit your moves, you're still gonna win, in my opinion. Like, I think at that point, you spam, you take as many kills as you can, and you let, like, the rest of your guys win the end game. So I think dropping the Skeledirge, switching it out, I think that definitely was where you lost. I actually don't think it was the Will-O-Wisp. Because the Will-O-Wisp, it's like, it happens. It's closed team sheet. You took a risk. It makes sense to me, honestly. But switching out that Dirge, I know you missed the Hex, but I would have fought through it. I would have been like, nah, he's +2, bro. One of y'all's getting hit with this torch song. Somebody's catching it. You know what I mean? But that's what I think. What do you think overall, Bru?
I 100% agree. Like when it happened, I watched this game live, and like I was like, I would have 100% burned.
Yeah.
The conch too, because like Phoenix just played it really well to like you had no idea. Like I was thinking Iron Fist the entire because it was doing so much damage.
Yeah.
I thought Iron Fist the entire way. So I'm not gonna knock Steve for that burn. Like there's no I would have done the exact same thing. But yeah, like pulling the dirge out, yeah, like was probably the turning point because like at that point, yeah, you still have trick room for one more turn at least I think, and you're +2.
Yeah.
Just let it rip. And your Terra Fairy, like he's not shown any steel moves yet that I recall. So like yeah, just let it rip and take as many KOs as you can on the way down.
Yeah, because I think based on the replay too, the only damage that Phoenix had, the only real damage I should say that Phoenix had versus Skeledirge, where Skeledirge can't just slack off, was the Tri Attack. Like, Tri Attack did a lot to Skeledirge, but Porygon wasn't on the field, meaning like in order for Phoenix to just out damage slack off, Phoenix would have to perform switches. And like if you're switching into a +2 Skeledirge, you're just forcing Phoenix to like pray that you miss, which I think is just advantageous. But I do think even in defeat, Steve deserves credit for Luminion. I think Luminion was like really, really good this battle. It was like really, really good.
Oh yes, the move pool on that thing is ridiculous.
Yeah. And Phoenix
Luminion
deserves
and
credit.
Dirge. Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was like, yeah, Luminion and Dirge like put in work.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt like
props
if...
to
Yeah.
I'll say props to Phoenix for bringing like a very off the wall team like Scorch, Rune, you know, Mabo. I mean, Mabo is just really good in this format, like as a tier 4 or whatever. But like, you know, these aren't the powerhouses of his team necessarily. He didn't bring like all his S's and 1s, you know.
Yeah, I think another play that could have been really interesting is maybe leading Alolan Executor, because Phoenix found a really big comfort zone in Follow Me Blastoise. So if you lead Executor, you're either forcing Phoenix to waste his Terra on the Blastoise, or maybe you just get like a cheeky Leaf Storm into the other slot, you know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah, especially if you're running Leaf Storm, because like you want to hit one and dip, right? You don't want to save him for last when he's like at one Leaf Storm and then like he can't really do anything.
Yeah.
At the end,
Yeah.
like he's getting, you know. So like you said, lead him even if it's not Blastoise. Lead it, let it. Unless he's got Centiskorch out there,
Right.
you're gonna do pretty good damage to something.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
let it rip.
Bounce
and
him
then,
out.
And
you
then
know?
bounce it.
Maybe even would have been fun to like see like a Alolan Executor like Leaf Storm eject pack or something, or shoot, what's the switch item that on the stat drop?
Yeah, I think you had it right. I think it's Eject Pack.
The
It's the
eject
one
pack,
that Torkoal
yeah.
uses for overheat.
That could have been fun to see.
Yeah. All right, so cool. That was a fun set. It was a 2-gamer, but I definitely saw where it could have easily been 3 games. Eject Pack. Yeah, there you go, Box. All right, so what's the next replay?
Let's do Dragonite and Grim.
Dragonite and Grim. CDU versus HHD. Wait, didn't Grim play Shay?
Oh wait, CCC. It's Ryan.
Oh, Dragonite and Ryan. Oh, okay, cool.
Ryan.
Oh yeah, I believe this was a good one too. Okay, so I believe this says game 2. Huh?
Yeah, they pulled a U and posted it in different messages.
Oh yeah, no, I would never do that, by the way. That's game 2. We had a lot of 2 games this week. All right, so we have Rocco, aka the Dracovish, and we have Dragonite, the Rain team. God, every time I see that Amoonguss, I'm gonna have PTSD now. Same with the Overquill. There's zero evidence, Jarrett. I want you to know.
The more I see Ryan's team on a weekly basis, the more I hate it.
No, first of all, the only reason that I dislike Ryan is because he stole my poor Gigalith. Ryan, it's not too late for you to trade me Gigalith. I want you guys to know that Ryan saved you guys from so much fuckery. If I was gonna get that damn Gigalith, I wanted it so bad. It's not as bad as Moxie stealing from Lou. That was terrible. How dare Moxie do that? But Ryan's a close second for stealing.
Yeah, because that was on purpose.
Yeah, that was on purpose. That was terrible. What an awful human. You know Lou was at work today still crying about it? You broke his heart. Anyway, I digress, chat. Let's go, Cubbies. All right, let's go into game 1. I'm gonna play it with the sound off. All right, here we go. I played it on normal speed, so I'm gonna talk really fast. My bad, chat. All right, we got Mr. Mime and we got Meowscarada. We got Fake Out into Hariyama. Here we go. And we got Knockoff. That Inteleon just blew up. Shout out to Dragonite for having the huevos to play Inteleon without a focus sash. I could never. Okay, so we got a hard switch with an air balloon and a follow me. Gunk Shot misses. That's actually a big miss because let's not forget, Mr. Mime is part fairy. I think that Gunk Shot would have killed. So if that Gunk Shot kills, Fachati goes into Gigalith, which breaks the air balloon. Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. So Psychic gets a Polito, special defense drop. Crunch is going to finish off the Mr. Mime. Now, looks like Rocco is going to bring in the good old Excadrill. Terra Fairy on the Excadrill, Terra Grass Polito will look like an EQ. See, you wouldn't be able to EQ if the air balloon had gotten popped. So here goes, he can still change the speed. Oh, I knew that. I was just testing you guys. All right, so now we have Dracovish in Rain. Helping Hand, Seismitoad. What are you hitting into? Muddy Water? Accuracy drop? Oh, I'm not gonna lie. From an RNG perspective, right now, Dragonite is getting hoed. Alright, so here's the Gigalith on the switch. That's gonna activate the Sand Rush. Really, really good play from Ryan. We got the switch into Stealth Rocks, into the Amoonguss. That's a smart switch because Amoonguss can live Vicious Rend. But the substitute comes out. Really good play. Like, Dragonite made a safe play, and Ryan made what I would consider an even safer play, which was to use his offensive pressure to get a free sub. I thought that was goated. All right, so now Psychic Fangs into the Amoonguss. Clearly, he prepped. Amoonguss lives because that thing is broken. Here comes the Rock Slide. Seismitoad lives. And what do we have coming back here? Nothing much. So Politoed comes in. We get some Regenerator healing. Politoed sets up the rain. Seismitoad now gets Swift Swim. Is this a Muddy Water? It is. I don't think Muddy Water is going to break the sub, though. That's the only issue. And there's the Life Orb chip. So now we get Vicious Rend into Politoed, which crits and kills. Jesus. I think the crit mattered. I'm not going to lie. Politoed's pretty bulky. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, so now we get Sand. Oh, no, never mind. This guy was already on the field. Yep, he's switching him out for Sand later. Protect on the Dracovish. That's a really good play. Fake Out into the Ilumise. Does 24%, by the way. Now, Rain Boost if Vicious Rend picks up there. Yeah, maybe. Amoonguss is back. Not sure what the Amoonguss is doing here. I think I would have just doubled the guy. Yeah. Amoonguss dies instead. That's kind of why you got to double, I think, but I guess it's all the same. Alright, shout out to Leftovers on the Dracovish. So now we have Fake Out pressure, so I'm expecting another Protect on the Dracovish. There it goes. Now, did we double the Ilumise? Yeah, we did. We Fake Out the Ilumise. And did we double it? Yeah, we did. Okay. Alright, so good play by Dragonite. Dragonite's really behind, though. At this point, it's a 4v2. So essentially what Ryan is doing is just playing it really safe, making sure he gets weather control. Oh, he doesn't even go for weather control. He's just saying straight up, Meowscarada got this. Yep, Vicious Rend cleans up. I guess with Tailwind, you don't even have to play around it. So it was a pretty clean win by Ryan. I do think Dragonite, at the very least, would have put up definitely a closer battle. Gunk Shot miss hurt, and there was one other thing that hurt that I forgot already. Also, Dragonite, if you're watching this, please focus sash your Inteleon. Good God. Alright, let's go to game 2.
I want to know what item it was.
The problem for Dragonite is that Dracovish does well in Sand and Rain. Yeah, Dracovish having Sand Rush is actually so crazy. Probably, yeah, he had Scope Lens. Yo, Meldy, my fault, my goat. I didn't see you stop it. What's up, Meldy? I hope you're having a good day, buddy. All right, Meldy the goat. All right, so this is game 2. I switched it to slow. I'm gonna give Bryu a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. See Dragonite adjustments here, starting with the Overquill and the Amogus. That's a good set. I like that set. Against the Mime and the Meow. This is a pretty good setup. This is a pretty good lead for Dragonite.
I agree.
He's got options. Oh, but auto protect. Yeah, fake out. It's a good call. And a trick. That's not bueno.
Boom!
But the big pollen puff takes the Oko.
Yep. Honestly, I wanted Dragonite to make that play so bad, and I'm so happy he did.
Yep. That was really good. Taunt, that's a good play. That's a good play. I would have liked to have probably seen a gunk shot again to see if he could. Oh, he stealed. Never mind. I missed the Terra. Nope,
Yeah.
that was a good play by Dragonite. I will say, like, so far in these two games, like, the people that lost game one have made amazing adjustments game two.
Yeah.
Mr. Mime taking the hits like a champ. And the Fishish Wren with the big damage. 60% to a big ol' Hariyama.
Yep.
And here comes the Sand Rush. Heads up. Man, Draco Bish was sub behind sub. That's ridiculous. Resisted Fishish Rend, 47% to an Amogus. Out of rain. Little Sandstorm Chip. Change the weather, that's a good play.
Big poison.
Decent damage. And the poison. That was a good pickup. Behind the sub, that's that poison's actually really key right there after the sub. Puts him on a short clock. Here's the little jerk Illumise. Double protect. Just to wait out the poison clock. I see it, I see it. A little bit of healing, And I'm guessing we're gonna see Tailwind.
For sure, Tailwind. Or swap to Air Balloon.
Encore. Interesting.
Really good play by Dragonite.
That's a really good switch. Taunt makes sure that the Tailwind can't come out again this turn. Doesn't matter because comes the sand. Here comes the Sand Rush. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I might have tried to kill the Excadrill there instead of taunting, if possible. I don't know what moves.
Yeah, Dial, I see it. I see it.
Overclock can't do it. Shout out to Ryan's names too. Gridiron Gang. I like that. It's a good movie.
You don't like Bricked Up?
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it's from.
Oh my
I'm bigger
god.
I'm a bigger boomer than you.
We're gonna have to talk to you about the birds and the bees after stream.
Oh, is that like a new kid's way of saying?
Yeah, it's a innuendo, I think they would call it.
Gotcha. Got you. This match is going on real long.
He's
Dragonite
hard
is
for
like
you. From the rocks.
I can't even read chat. I can't even read chat right now because I'm watching the.
Yeah, I'm
watching
trying
my
not to
replay.
cut you off, but chat's so funny right now.
No, it's okay. I don't care. Oh, miss on that rock slide is huge. Hariyama's actually gonna get a chance to do something.
Ooh.
Nice. Way to pick up a kill on the way out.
Yep. But it was the wrong
Man,
kill.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, he's still in there. He's not dead yet. Now we're gonna see Tailwind. Yep. Yeah, because if he kills Excadrill, it's just Illumise and
Yep.
Mr. Mime and Gigalith. No real offense.
Yep. It's GG's. This is
And the
hilarious,
Stealth
by
Rock
the way.
picks up a kill. Yep. Stealth Rock. VGC. What is this? 2014?
Yeah.
Like, I still don't like. I'm just watching this, and I'm still like, yeah, Dragonite still has this, right? Nope.
Also, I know it's Helping Hand. The fact that Seismitoad just folded is so crazy to me.
Yep. He's supposed to be thicker than that. Yeah, Sand Rush. Excadrill is just, it's no joke. Oh, Earthquake. It's not Earthquake. He can't go Earthquake. Oh, he does go Earthquake because he has the wide guard.
I wonder where he stole that tech.
From your explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah, double protect to try to get around the tailwind. Yep, play into your outs. It just didn't go through.
Yeah.
Is Inteleon fast? It's fast-ish, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
No.
I can feel my heart in my feet. Kiribus, that doesn't sound good. I would visit a local medical facility.
This is not the WWE. You can say hospital.
All right, so I'm gonna give my notes and then I'll let you take over again because I really, really want to make a note. So Dragonite, if you're watching this, I am going to regret telling you this because I can see the future. We're gonna get to the playoffs and you're gonna beat me. But Dragonite, for the love of everything that's holy, you make such good plays. You never focus the threats. You have to remember, if something is not exerting offensive pressure, you actually don't have to hit it. It happened twice in this set. The bigger one is close combat into the Mime instead of the Excadrill. Now I get that it took some good RNG to even get the attack off, but if you had targeted the Excadrill, you win. Maybe not the set, because obviously the Cubchoos are amazing. You know, maybe game 3 doesn't go your way, but for this specific game, you still had like 5 Mons versus Gigalith and Illumise and Mr. Mime. There's just no offensive pressure. So like the way that somebody will play, you have to think from their point of view. It's like they can't lose the Excadrill, you know what I mean? So you had a chance to just CC that Excadrill, and then you move on to the next game. But you killed the Mime when, at the end of the day, what was the Mime ever, like, you know what I mean? Like, how does Mr. Mime beat Inteleon in the end game? Or, like, how does Mr. Mime beat Seismitoad in the end game, you know what I mean? So that's just some advice.
I don't even know if Illumise had an offensive move on it.
Right, exactly. So that's just some advice from me to you. I'm going to regret this because I already know how this works. You're going to use that advice and beat me further down the road, but it's okay. I still love you, Dragonite. It's all good.
Yeah, game 2, he kind of took his foot off the gas. Like, he made some excellent reads game 2 and took complete control of it, and then just kind of took his foot off the accelerator and let Phoenix Ryan just kind of climb back into it.
Yep. And then from Ryan's point of view, not to just only talk about what Dragonite could have done, I once again thought Ryan had really good prep. I think Ryan identified Dracovish being able to operate in sand or rain. I thought it was great. I thought the air balloon wide guard on the Gigalith was really good, because basically Ryan's saying, okay, if you pop my air balloon, I can wide guard. If you don't pop my air balloon, now I can stealth rock or do something fun. So, like, definitely, like, I'm in no way trying to take anything away because Ryan played another great week. I just wanted to really deliver that message to Dragonite because I've seen it before. But yeah, Sexcadrill, I know, chat. But yeah, really good prep. Also, you're another mad lad for not putting Focus Sash on Meowscarada. You guys are so ballsy. You guys are way ballsier than me, because I would add a Focus Sash on that dude. But it was fun. It was a well-played set. I think Rocco had really good prep, and I think Dragonite played well. Don't get it twisted either. Like, Dragonite adjusted game 2 something fierce. But yeah, I just think the targeting, being more aggressive. Oh, this was the other turn. So there was a turn where he had Hariyama and Quillfish, and Dracovish has a sub up. So he swaps the Harry into Amoonguss. Now, Amoonguss lives, but Amoonguss dies to 2 hits. So what happens is, if you double target the sub on that turn, you might lose the hands, but then you break sub, and then you get a switch. Not a defensive switch, an offensive switch. So at that point in time, you would have broke sub, and then let's say you bring in Politoed. Now you're forcing the switch. You're either saying, give me the Dracovish or switch him out. That was the other example I was trying to think of just like foot on the gas, more aggression. But
Yeah, I
I
will
probably
say, I
talk
think-
too much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm an only child.
Yeah, I think the majority of Ryan's, I don't know, not as prep, but like so much, but like the team was drafted just so complementary to each itself. Right, it's
Yeah.
like his prep. I don't think is quite as hard as it's going to be for a lot of people because everything, all the pieces just kind of fit together without a whole lot of thought. You know, it's like, oh, this guy has wide guard. Oh, well, this guy, I can use wide guard just in case for something else. But oh, hey, guess what? It also works for this.
Yeah, 100%. The Cub Chews have an amazing team. All right, who's next? Dial, are you here? Can we do Dial's replay? Because I think we've been holding off on it, right?
That's the top vote getter. You want to
Oh,
do
it's
it
the
now?
top vote getter. Oh, so that's the wait till the end. Okay, so who's next?
10 votes. Shay and Grim.
All right, Shay and Grim. Damn, we do have a lot of 2 gamers this week. All right, well, it's a good thing that I'm talking so much because it's kind of extending the review.
Yeah, it was a busy 2-game week, but they were all like really
good.
pretty close games.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's get into this one. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember a lot about this set. If I remember correctly, Spidops did something really fucking based, but I don't remember the rest of it. All right, so I'm gonna hop straight into game 1. Let's go play sound off. Here we go, chat. All right,
Remember
so
correctly, Spite Ops actually did a lot. this
yeah.
set.
So we have Houndoom and Spidops, the goats, versus. So that right there, I was like, huh? I didn't realize that was a crit. Switch to slow. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Moxie is right. And this is gonna give me time to talk about turn 1. So I was watching from my phone, now I remember. And when I saw first impression almost kill, I didn't realize it was a crit. So I literally went into the damage calculator for Emerald Imperium and I'm like, how much attack does Spidops have? Like, it actually made me look it up. Cause I'm like, bro, what the hell? This guy's a demon. The Howl is insane. The Yawn's a really good play too. Shout out to the Yawn. It's a support Torkoal. We have Sun Up, Clefairy here. This is probably an Overheat. Silk Trap. Let's go. Heat Wave. Okay, interesting. I was thinking maybe it's like Eject Pack Overheat. That seemed like the type of thing it might be. So Vaporeon's out in Sun. It forces a switch. We have Intimidate coming down on the poor Spidops. And we have T-Wave Shenanigans. Here we go. Sticky Web, though. Okay. Oh, you're spectating? Yo, what's good, Specs? Welcome to the stream, bro. Alright, so no Muddy Water drops. Oh, it was Surf, not Muddy Water. LOL. Silk Trap again. Wild Charge. Just straight one-shotting the Vaporeon. That's so crazy.
That made me double take.
Is that Choice Band?
Live.
That might be Choice Band. I think it has to be. Yeah, because he switched. That's Choice Band and a mother. Alright, so we have Follow Me to protect the switch. We have Flamethrower into Clefairy. Does pretty good damage, honestly. Lunge into the Clefairy, lowering that attack. Let's go.
That based Clefairy attack.
Yeah, Big Jumpluff is back with 7% health. We have Protect on the Houndoom, probably expecting a ground move. Oh, double Protect. There's the Earth Power. See, I think... Okay, so I have a comment for the end of this match for Shay. Goes for another Protect, so this is Earth Power here. Oh, Encore. Oh, I see. The double Protect was to play around. The Ice Beam predicting the Terra. That's such an interesting turn. Okay, so now Torkoal's back, and he's slower than ever. We got a Tailwind going up. Shout out to Fast Torkoal, my goat. Heat Wave missing the Jumpluff is so sad. That's so unfort. Okay, here's Venusaur, -1 speed, but it's Chlorophyll in Sun with Tailwind. That thing is fast AF. What did I miss? I missed the Draco into the Venusaur. Spidops is back. The goat. Terra Water Venusaur to dodge. The Encore misses again. Shout out to Shay playing around Encore. Earth Power on Venusaur, very good coverage move. Unfortunately, the Houndoom goes down. That's a little bit of best of one. You can't really predict that. Torkoal comes out. We have 2 turns of Tailwind. We get a Protect on the Jump Pluff. What's Spide Up's going for? First Impression? Yep. Good Protect there. Good play by Grim. Draco Meteor into Torkoal. Actually picks up the KO. So this seemed like a sack, honestly. And I think it was a pretty good sack. I think you already got value out of Sun, so it was good to let go. Because now Duraludon's forced to switch. Noivern on the Earth Power, probably? Or is this Ice Beam? It's Earth Power. Okay, cool. Fair play. That's a good play by Shay. And the First Impression... Oh, because it got Encored. Really good play by Grim. Alright, so now Grim kind of has the advantage here. We have the Duraludon switch. And what's the Noivern going for? Actually, Noivern's going to die, right? Yeah, it gets Ice Beamed. Unfortunate. We knew Ice Beam was there, though. So maybe I would have liked to have seen a switch into Clefable or something like that. But let's see where it goes. Granbull comes in for the Intimidate onto the Spide Ups, aka the threat. Another Protect for the First Impression. We get First Impression into Granbull. 36% resisted, by the way. Holy. And the Draco Meteor. Interesting. So here's Clefairy, making sure that Draco doesn't hit into either slot. Silk Trap. I think Shay thought he would just outspeed the Jump Pluff. Yeah, maybe. Close combat. Yeah, that thing is banned. Because, yeah, that thing has to be banned. That's a pretty good strategy. Alright, so here's the Follow Me. There's the Follow Me. And at this point, yeah, it's banned because that's another close combat. At this point, Shay just doesn't have the damage to win. But, I love to see the fight.
Spide Op's got a kill. That's all that matters.
Yep. Spide Op's got, I think, a few kills. The ally switch? It ain't over till it's over? The big lunge? So good. And Spide Ops just eats a Sludge Bomb for breakfast. That ally switch was demon. That was such a good play. Alright, the Tailwind, the Sludge Bomb. Clefairy just living, by the way. I was really hoping there would be a Magic Bounce proc there, but I think Shay went unaware. But if that had been Magic Bounce on the Poison, I think that's how that works. Things could have got kind of interesting. Then again, Nidoking just sweeps here. But still, really fun game 1. There's the Follow Me.
Shay brought it back. Like he was down 5-2.
Yeah.
And brought it back to 2-2.
Not how it works? Got it, Moxie. I don't really have a lot of experience with Magic Bounce. Yeah, that was a really good game 1. I think before I lose my thought,
Go for it.
there was a turn where Shay double protected. I think it was Protect Houndoom, Protect Spide Ops. Remember, like, I think Shay, you needed to trust your instinct, which was to protect the Houndoom, and I think you needed to attack with Spide Ops. Because if I'm not mistaken, you would have picked up the Jump Pluff or something like that. Like, you had the right intuition, which was to protect. But if you're going to protect, you have to, like, make a call. Who's getting hit? And try to make a call. Double protecting is kind of just, you know, unless you're stalling out Tailwind or something like that, you're kind of just kicking the can down the road, if that makes sense.
Or locking somebody into a choice attack, or...
Yeah, something like that. Magic Bounce will do it if it's a status affecting move, then bounce it. Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you, guys. All right, so I'm going to load up game 2. All right, so I'm going to click speed slow, and then Bree, I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go.
I'm on slow.
All right, leads for Shay is Spide Ops the Goat and Noivern. Gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Noivern. I never see it do anything. And the Jump Pluff Venusaur. Yeah, without the crit, it's not quite as deep.
Yep.
And the raw sleep powder hits.
75% chance.
Sag. 75% of the time, it works 100% of the time. And here comes the Sun from Torkoal. It actually switches out the Venu. That's interesting. In comes Duraludon, Sticky Webs. It's a good turn for Shay. Didn't take any damage. Vaporeon's back. Let's see if he can get something done this time. Silk Trap. Earth Power. Gosh, that's so much damage.
Yeah,
Tower
stellar.
Stellar. Yep. And let's see what Vaporeon does with his turn. And no webs for the Jumpluff. I
Nice.
think it was a good play bringing Clefable out sooner this game. I think it did not come out nearly early enough in the first game.
I agree.
And it's gone again. As we say that.
Yeah. Ah, that encore.
To
is
protect.
tough.
Yeah, fast Encore will turn the tide. And speaking of Clefable, here's the little clip. Is Duraludon gonna get Earth Powered? Nope, it's gonna get Sleep Powdered. Shoutouts to Grim for just hitting all the sleeps.
What a filthy abuser. 41%.
Spidops chunk at about 40%. Pretty decent. There's the Earth Power. Heal Pulse. What up? That's not a way you can rush your opponent demoralizing. And Spidops with the lunge kill. Oh my goodness. Is that 3 Pokemon? That's 3 sleeps now. Whose bright idea was it to take away sleep claws?
Hey. Safety goggles.
I wasn't gonna say it. And the Ice Beam takes out Noivern, of course, because quad weak. Vaporeon, do something. Like die. Thunderbolt kills Vaporeon, of course. Vaporeon's just slow. Vaporeon plus Clefable would have been an interesting combination. Bring off some Protect Wish plays with Follow Me's. Sun comes back out with Torkoal. Spidops wakes up.
Bruh.
And we're asleep again. Has he missed a sleep powder this game?
4 for 4 on sleep powder. Holy RNG.
Shoutouts to Houndoom for tanking that.
Yeah, clutch.
That he stays asleep. And Spidops is doing damage. Those are neutral hits.
Shade Dev could win, but needed a few more options. Oh yeah, 100%.
Like safety goggles.
Yep. Well,
That's
I
it.
want to check something before I open my mouth, but I want to check something after this match, actually.
There we go. Now the Houndoom gets a kill with the flamethrower on the Venu. Weatherball takes out Clefable. Yep. And it's not looking good. We got a nearly dead Houndoom and a Duraludon against Torkoal, Clefairy, Gramble, and a Sheer Force Nidoking. Should be a Heat Wave, I would assume, or an Eruption. Oh, Weatherball, playing it safe. And that will wrap it up.
Well, I'm going to get into that, Steve. I'm going to get into that.
I will say, Shay fought through it very valiantly, as I said in the chat. You see it right there.
Oh, I mean, listen, we're like 2 sleep powder misses away from this being like uber competitive.
Yep. To easily probably, I mean, we'd probably be going game 3, honestly. But there it is.
Yeah. That was really fun. Before we get into the breakdown, I know it's a meme about Spidops because he is the greatest Pokemon of all time, so trust me, I understand. But shout out to Shay, just like actually, like Spidops was so threatening that match. The webs paid dividends. The lunges made it hard to switch in your physical threats. The first impression kept forcing the Jumpluff to protect. Like actually so demon. I do want to show Shay if you're here, and if you're not here, it's okay, maybe on the VOD or for other people. But there's a couple of things I wanted to check. First, if we're playing a Venusaur team, and maybe this was there, Houndoom does have access to Early Bird. So I'm only going to show you guys some of these ideas that I'm about to put, because I know there might be people that feel like this is why we have Sleep Claws, and I understand, but remember, like, it's draft, which means like these things we have ahead of time. So Early Bird, but like Why not though? You don't need flash fire. You're a fire type. This is and like his sun abusers aren't even like that good at that. Unnerve is useless. So I would 100% just pull up with early bird. What is he dodging? A slow eruption from Torkoal? Nah, Sleep Claw's lame. There's ways to plan a prep. Yeah, right. So early bird. But on top of early bird, not just that. Look at this. Magic Guard. Follow me. That's 2 without safety goggles. Now picture this. Maybe not on this guy, because this guy's the GOAT. But still. Magic Guard isn't Magic Bounce? Oh, sorry. Okay, so then fine. Then this is what you do. It's the same difference. So then you just do this. Yeah. Sorry, guys. For some reason in my head, Magic Guard was Magic Bounce. But either way, like, you have 2 inherent, like, no go to sleep claws. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Vaporeon is Terra Grass? I wonder, like, basically you have Terra Grass, you have stuff like this, and then you have stuff like Early Bird. So this isn't necessarily directed at Shay, but if anybody is, like, watching the video, or if anybody is preparing for Grim in the future, like, yes, sleep is annoying, but also this. And also, Grim could have just missed. Like, there's a world where Grim misses 2 sleep powders in a row and Shay just smokes him.
Oh, that's right. Moxie's right. Yeah, Shay forgot to set his Terras, so he didn't get the Terra.
Oh, he didn't get the Terra. Oh, yeah, that's a big one, too. Yeah. But, like, I definitely, like, if it was me, catch me with Early Bird Houndoom, bro. I would have pulled up with Assault Vest, Early Bird Houndoom. Like, what's up? I would have been 252 HP and 252 special attack. Like, what's up? What we doing here?
Is Dozo right? Is Dozo right? Does Spidops have insomnia?
Does Spidops have insomnia? Oh yeah, he does. Another one. Look at that. That one we got on mistake.
Another one.
Grim could have clicked Earth Power into damn near every mod on Shay's team. Nah, son. We pulled up like this. Air balloon early bird. No, so I'm joking a little bit, but I'm not joking about early bird. I swear to God, I would have pulled up with early bird 100%. But definitely safety goggles follow me. And this works for anybody, right? So, like, I have Furret, right? So, like, same thing. Like, we could literally just safety goggles follow me. Like, every team should have access to something along those lines. So that's all I got. But fun set, not to take anything away from Grim. I actually think Grim had some really, really impressive switches. Like, I think Grim was, like, proactive with his switches, where there was turns where, like, it might have seemed obvious to attack, but instead, Grim, like, I think with Venusaur in particular, there was a couple of turns where Grim just took out his Venusaur early, but it was perfect, you know what I mean? Like, Grim was doing a great job protecting his win condition, and I definitely want to shout him out for that, because it was really, really well played. So shout out to you, Grim. I know we're bothering you about sleep powder, but don't worry, it's okay.
It's all for fun. Yeah, Grim, like his team that he brought was pretty chalk, right? It was a pretty chalk Sun team for the most part, and like the set on Nidoking was pretty much what you would expect in any Sheer Force Nidoking, but he played it really smart and kept his outs alive as long as possible.
Yep.
You know, he set Torkoal up as a threat, but then Torkoal wasn't the threat, you know? Like, Torkoal bounced in and out like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
To cover other avenues of victory for Grim. So yeah, he played it really well, and Shay played it really well too. Like, he made a lot of adjustments. He brought some fun, but he also brought some strategy. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I will say the choice, the banded Gramble is pretty fun.
Yes.
Yes. For Grim. But yeah, the Spidops, man. I never understood the Spidops love, because I don't think I was around for that joke, but it impressed me. Listen, and I continue to be completely devastated that Noivern is just terrible.
So,
because I really like that mon.
Couple of things. Where do you get the impression that Spidops is a joke? Because we're not joking. He is the
Well,
god
maybe
of
not
all
a joke.
Pokemon.
It's like it's an inside meme or whatever, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, perfect.
Whatever it is, I wasn't around for it.
Yeah, no, it was a fun set, and like I said, I just wanted to talk about some Sleep Claws stuff, just in case people were like upset about Sleep Claws. But yeah, no, shout out to Shay. Also, I didn't even realize that Shay never terrored, so super shout out to Shay, because both of those games were winnable. Who's next? So this will be our fourth, and then our last match will be Dial. That I know.
It's actually Dozo and Lou.
Dozo and Lou.
It was a banger.
Actually, I don't remember if I watched this all the way through. Oh yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I think if I remember, I have some notes for this. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna start us off. I'm gonna put the speed on slow before Moxie screams at me. Moxie, I'm sorry. All right. This is Lou the Writer in his first ever draft league. So shout out to Lou. He's basically in the Dat Wood position of last season. First ever draft league. He doesn't even know what half of the Pokemon do, but he's just here to have fun. And shout out to Lou. Here we go. So we got Lou versus Dozo. All right, turn one. We got Umbreon, my beloved. I do love me some Umbreon. And we got Glamora. No one likes Glamora. We got Infernape, the Emerald Imperium Tribal Chief. And we have Hippowdon.
Pause real quick.
Oh. All right, I paused.
I must give Dozo as much grief as you'll allow me for not bringing shiny Umbreon.
Oh, fair. I would call both of them out for no nicknames, but I also forgot nicknames, so I can't be forgiven.
Continue.
All right, here we go. All right, so we have close combat into Umbreon. Shout out to Umbreon Living. What a bulky boy. And then, yo, that's such a fun play. Eject Pack CC is such a fun play. And then here comes the EQ. Does that kill? Oh, that's such a tragedy. Umbreon is so bulky. Oh, it dies to sand. Okay. That's a really good turn one for Lou. So now we have Scovillain Glamora. Scovillain pressures the Corviknight. We got Terra Grass. Scovillain goes for Protect. I guess he was afraid of like a Brave Bird. Here's Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam Glamora is so good. Wow, that did a lot to Corviknight. I guess it's Stab, right? That makes sense.
Stab, neutral, and Corviknight doesn't have like the biggest special D.
Yeah. So the Terra Grass saved Glamora's life. That was a really good play from Dozo. Spiky Shield here, also a good play. Here's the Flamethrower into Corv to finish it off. That's well done. And then what does the Hippo go for? Another EQ. That's pretty good damage into Scovillain. It heals off of a Citrus. I would have loved to have seen a Tailwind last turn instead, but we'll talk about that towards the end. So Infernape is back. This guy has a lot of pressure because he's really fast. We have Fake Out and Protect. Okay, and then Earth Power into the Infernape. That's a coverage move. I don't think Lou would have known that this guy even gets Earth Power. But shout out to this moveset. Earth Power, Meteor Beam, Spiky Shield. We are cooking. Alright, so here's a Rotom. Rotom feels really strong in this position. Double Protect, so Dozo is stalling out the sand. That's another good play from Dozo. We have some Discharge, and then probably EQ here. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it is. I think it might be Corrosion, I guess. Alright, so Helping Hand into the Glim, because Glim's the fastest thing on the field right now. So that actually just picks up. Glamora going absolutely nuts right now. Holy. Glamora actually, like, legitimately hard carrying. That's so crazy. Alright, we got Ursaring and Spiritomb. So it's not over yet. Ursaring is a very threatening character. We got the Protect on turn one, probably for like a Flame Orb. Spicy Extract Gaming. There goes the Trick Room. There goes the Burn. Now, who's slower? Alright, Shadow Ball into the Scovillain. Who's slower between these two? The Aegislash is slower. Yeah, that'll do it then. Yeah, GG's. And now Dozo just has too many Pokemon to kind of overcome here. Dark Pulse. Imagine that was Dark Pulse into Corviknight, into that guy the turn beforehand.
I was
Actually, I
actually
think
pretty
Lou
surprised
wins.
he didn't.
Yeah, if that's
I was pretty. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think because then Ursaring lives. All right, so first and foremost, game 1, GG's to Dozo. That Glamora set was just really, really, really well played too. So it was a really good showing for Glamora. I unironically think, as bad as it was, if on that turn Lou Dark Pulse into Aegislash and then something into here, maybe. But either way, that was a really fun game 1. I have a couple notes. I'll leave them for the end. But honestly, like, yeah, I can't get over how good Glamora was. Glamora was insane, that matchup, for sure. Let me pull up game 2.
1 second.
Yeah, take your time. I'm going to put it on slow. Let me know when you're ready. I don't think Lou would have killed if he pulsed Slash, because at that point Slash was in shield mode. Yeah, I guess that's true. He does have a chance to flinch, but yeah, you're probably right.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to do a countdown. It is on speed slow. We're going to do a 3, 2, 1, go.
Let me turn this volume down. All right, we're starting off with Electrode and Aegislash. It's an interesting combination.
Is that a
against
boom?
Rotom and the Hippo. This is not a great lead for Dozo, it looks like. But let's see what's...
It's a boom.
He pulled the John.
Yep.
Yep.
I saw that boom a mile away. The
I feel
overheat,
like he got a
though.
lot- I think he got a lot out of it, though. But yeah, the overheat cooked, literally. Is the Hippo banded? Hippo's gotta be banded, right?
I don't know, actually. I don't think it is. I think Lou just really fucking loves Earthquake. Like, no, it's
mean,
not.
with-
He just protected.
No, it's not banded.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised he protects. I guess he was fearing the Caracosta, I guess.
Yeah. No, that needed to be EQ for sure. That
Yep.
had to be an
Yeah.
EQ turn.
Because
Actually-
that might Oko Glim.
Yeah, if that's EQ, I think he wins, like, that turn immediately. But stuff happens. We now got Sludge Bomb into the Hippo. Hippo heals
And
up.
Corviknight's down. And there's the EQ. We'll see if it Okos. It does Oko. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
It wouldn't have EQ'd Caracosta, but it would have gotten it pretty darn close. At this point, I'm thinking Lou's got this wrapped up.
Yeah, it looks that way.
As you all know, it doesn't trap that
Oh!
way. Yep, there's the crit. Crit liquidation at +2.5. Yeah, and Toxic
Short-
on the Hippo.
You think crit mattered?
I mean, Ursaring's got some HP, so...
Crit def didn't
At
matter there?
+2. At +2, yeah, probably not.
I think... I could be mistaken, but that Ursaring should have, like, 252 HP. I could be wrong, but I believe it's
Yeah,
252 HP because it's a slow Ursaring.
Yeah, who knows how Lou built it.
Oh.
Yes, this was the turn. This
I
is
was,
what
I
turned
was
it
thinking
right
to
here.
myself, I'm like, how do you possibly lose from here? Yep.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yeah, he was planning on the eject pack saving him, but the protect caught him, locked him in place.
Yep. Okay,
Shout out
discharge?
to Lou for like using all his own guys, like using self-damaging moves, like all of his guys like can ignore
Yeah.
all the EQ, all the immunities to EQ he has and discharges and.
I mean, this still feels winnable. No, I guess Rotom's dead. Oh, he's not dead. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Umbreon.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
What's
the
going
self
on?
para. The self para.
Toxic fails.
Toxic fails.
Ah, the wish. Yeah. Now Umbreon always wins.
Yep.
Bro, I told you. Oh, that's so tragic. Yo. I mean, I know Lou loses because obviously there's only 2 games.
Yep,
That's
it's a
so
para battle now.
tragic. Special defense
But
drop.
like I think. Yeah.
That's so tragic.
I'm not sure why. I mean, Doza was playing careful here, but this took forever.
Yeah. I mean, there's a special defense drop. Foul play, 25%. Rocky helmet? Nah, yeah, you'll never break through that.
Yep, there's the para. We're gonna wish
Yeah.
instead of finishing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna wish, and then we're gonna protect.
And a crit.
A crit to finish it off. Yeah, so there were some outs there for Lou, but yeah, that Infernate going down to self EQ was heartbreaking.
Yeah. This Hippodon was on the field for like 33 turns, and we only know that it has EQ and protect. we don't know what the other moves are.
Maybe there were none.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I was last week I was 1 day old when I learned that you could actually have them on with less than 4 moves.
Oh yeah, last resort, old school last resort
Yeah.
strats. Yep.
Like, I didn't know that you could do that. I was like, don't you have to
Honestly,
have 4?
This feels like Lou won and we should be going to game 3, but that's not what happened, and it's so filthy feeling. But yeah, that's tough. It was a great set though. What a fun set. Glamora definitely carried a lot of weight. Honestly, I mean, the eject pack is really good. I'm trying to think if like Focus Sash would just be better overall, but I think the eject pack play is smart. It just does lose to protect. So like it's the type of thing where you could only get away with it once. So I think that's kind of like the mistake on Lou's end. And I think game 1, I think I told Lou this in person, but game 1 when Corviknight came out, and before the Corviknight took a meteor beam from the other guy, I actually think he was supposed to tailwind and not attack. If he had gotten tailwind up, then basically the rest of his team would have been faster than Glamora, and Glamora wouldn't have been able to just keep attacking. But still, overall, a really, really fun set. I completely forgot about this game too, and it was like, wow, I can't believe this shit is happening right now. That was a really fun game. I missed my whole review. Yeah, you did, Lou. It was a lot of fun though. Shout out to you killing your Infernate. Classic.
Yeah, and shout out to Dozo because like he recognized the jetpack play from game 1, and he saw Infernate comes in, and he just protects to lock it in, keep it on the field.
Yeah.
Whether he planned for the EQ to self-kill it or not, who knows? But like just the to test the waters and try that was a good read,
Lou,
a
Lou
good
might
catch.
actually win best play of the week, but for the wrong team. Unless we see something from Tile's game. Oh man, that was like, oh man, that was just so crazy. All right, but this is the moment we've all been waiting for, right? This is the set that got the most votes. This might be the only set that went to game 3 this week, right? Everybody else is only 2 games.
I think so. I can look real quick.
Yeah. This is literally the only game 3 set.
Yep.
I have watched some of this. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even finish watching it because I knew that everybody was gonna vote for it. So I'm like half blind on what happens here. But I'm gonna start us off on game 1. This is Dial versus Nerd. This was voted the game of the week. All right, gamers, I'm going to put it on speed slow, and I'm gonna take game 1. All right, so we have Gothitelle and Drampa versus Indeedee and Armor Rouge. Boo! Size spam. And you guys voted for this? How dare you? All right, let's see how this goes. We got special defense boost. We got Terra Grass, Helping Hands. Is this just expanding force right away? Oh, Heat Wave. That's not killing nobody. Yep, that's resisted. This is a free turn. Light Screen. Okay! Big ass Hyper Beam on turn 1. You love to see it. Shout out to Breloom, one of the best Pokemon of all time. Alright, so we have Intimidate coming out. We have a Spore into the Luxray. Shout out to Breloom. Drampa is just taking a turn to recharge. And we have Trick Room. Interesting. So we have Toxic Heal Breloom. This thing is threatening some pretty big damage. We got a Helping Hand. What is he going for? Oh, the Hyper Beam miss. That's so sad. The Drain Punch is going to one-shot the Drampa. Yo, Palm Breeze. Welcome in, my goat. All right, so Camerupt in Trick Room. Show me Eruption. Show me Eruption. Protect. Huh? Where's the eruption? Trick Room is up? What's going
That's what
on
she
here?
said.
Dial? The switch? Trick Room was still up? I'm so confused. This poor Luxray is just taking a fat nap. Shout out to Light Screen. All right, Light Screen wore off. We are in the last turn of Trick Room. I do not like this Braviary because this is not the American version. Paul, thank you for the sub, my goat. All right, we got a Thunder. I looked away for 1 second and I missed the Thunder. Hello, what's happening? Okay, so now Dial has a speed advantage with a +2 for Alligator. Helping Hand, probably unnecessary, but let's see. Yeah, I don't think that Helping Hand was needed, but honestly based. Ooh, For Alligator lives. Shout out to For Alligator being the GOAT. Pelipper pulling up to set up the rain, and Indeedee. Okay, so this is double the Indeedee. Okay, follow me. Interesting. All right, Liquidation's gonna knock him out. Yep, that's a free knockout every day of the week. Hurricane, can we get a Confusion? All right, no Confusion. Power Up Punch. Shout out to Power Up Punch Swampert. Oh my god. Okay, what do we got left? So we have Gothitelle. So Dial needs Trick Room here, right, to win with Camerupt in the end game. So that's Fake Out into Swampert, but the Psychic Terrain is up. That's a bit rough. Shout out to Pelipper. Actually getting a one-hit KO. Moxie's team could literally never do such a thing. Alright, so we have Camerupt in the back. I would be trying to set up Trick Room here, but let's see how it goes. We have Hurricane into Breloom. And Swampert's just going to pick up the Goth, right? It is. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think last turn probably needed to be Trick Room. It's not over, though. This Pelipper can clutch. Tailwind, I think that needed to be Hurricane. Yeah, because at that point you're faster. Although I do like the play. It's kind of based. Liquidation, yeah, Camerupt's Dunzo. No, I think Pokenerd wins here. Yeah, the Poison Heal's gonna take it away. Yeah, I think there, Hurricane into Breloom, and then Swampert kills the Camerupt, and then Pelipper maybe beats the Swampert in a one-on-one. It's not guaranteed, but I think it's the play. Yep, I figured I died. I vote solely based on bird Pokemon preference. Luxray's on probation. Okay, so I guess we'll give notes since this is a 3-game set and I don't want to forget all my thoughts. Dial, I'm going to look into the camera. I forgive you because you're learning. But if I ever see you switch out a Camerupt while Trick Room is up, I'm going to go to Moxie Mentz's house and I'm going to punch him directly in the nuts. And I want you to know that that damage will be all because of you. Okay? So
And we will all love you for it.
next time you have a Camerupt in Trick Room, I want to see some eruptions, okay? Because it's Moxie's fault. All right, I blame Moxie entirely. But Bryu, any notes on game 1 outside of that?
No, obviously there was some meat left on the bone, right? There was some plays that could have been made to. I think Dial probably had that game fairly easy, with
Yeah.
a couple of changes. But again, she is new to this, so
Yep.
you know,
100%.
I am still
Yeah.
I am still new to this, for crying out loud. So I'm still learning.
And I'll tell you what, I think, like, I don't know if it's something that Dial planned with Moxie or whatever, it doesn't matter. Hyper Beam on Drampa was amazing. That is
Yes.
inspired. That was so freaking cool. All right, let me pull up game 2 so we can continue this. All right, so game 2, I'm going to put it on speed slow. I'm going to do a countdown, and then Bryu is going to lead the review for this one. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. All right. Dial starting off with the Gator and the Cat against the Psy Spammer and her partner.
Wow, size span.
Surge goes up. I expect a fake out here. Nope, follow me. Just straight to the follow me. Feraligatr outspeeds.
Yo.
We get a T-Wave from the Lux Ray into Trick Room.
Interesting.
Interesting turn. Yeah, interesting turn. I expected to see some damage there from Armorish. I think it was a good switch into the Gothitelle. Good protect. Oh, not protect. Detect. Protecting herself from imprisons. Toxic. Healing goes up on Breloom. Here comes Grandpa Dragon. And there's the Spore, but Gothitelle did her job. Got the light screen up.
Ooh.
And the Sap Sipper. Hello. Yep. And Drampa hits the delete button.
Wait, I have questions for after this match, though.
Good expanding force damage on the Drampa. Gothitelle hanging in there.
Terra was super. I think in that case, Hyper Beam was unnecessary. Like, I'm sure that could have been Hyper Voice, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know what else she had. What other moves? What were the set on Drampa? Nobody posted the paste, so I don't know what else it had. Oh, but now Trick Room's over, and now the camera comes out.
Oh my god. I didn't even notice. You just got Moxie in so much trouble. Well, this is Flash Fire, though.
Yep.
It's still good. Gets rid of the DDD.
Yeah, DDD's dead. I mean, that's Follow Me gone, which is, always good. Shout out to Gothitelle for a full 3-turn sleep. And that's the end of Camerupt.
Yep.
Good Earthquake, into your grass Armorish. That's a good play by Nerd.
Alright.
And now I'm sitting here thinking, how does Dial get out of this?
Oh, this is a Feraligatr sweep.
Except Luxray comes in.
Hitmonchan. Oh,
Yep. That Hitmonchan
Pokemon.
is having a bad day. He made Pelipper mad somewhere. I'm
Alright.
guessing Luxray targeted the Hitmonchan originally.
That makes sense, yeah.
But again, we knew that Hurricane was an Oko from last game, so I'm not sure that was necessary double. Actually, figuring for a switch maybe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Luxray for living that Earthquake. Thank God for that Intimidate.
Finally, somebody to Thunder, and it protects.
Pelipper with a Tailwind. I don't hate this Tailwind because it's going to set up Feraligatr for the end game. Yep, Luxray goes down.
Alright,
What we
2v2.
call a cover. That's a feint switch. Yeah, because now Feraligatr just sweeps
Oof. What
in
a
the
piece.
rain. Yeah, delete button. Pelipper with some hurricane damage.
Ah,
Power up punch.
yeah. Too little, too
Little
late.
poke. Just a little poke. Yeah, even neutral. You can't touch this.
Feraligatr, my thick booty goat. Yo, honestly, is there a way to hack Showdown and to replace this sprite with the sprite of Feraligatr just cheeked up? Actually, chat,
Oh,
we're just
gosh.
good for the culture.
It probably exists.
Oh, why is this in my recent history? Feraligatr butt cheeks. He's cheeked
don't-
the fuck
because-
up, chat. Look at that shit. Oh my
the cake.
god. Why didn't y'all tell me Feraligatr was Dominican?
You have to nickname your Feraligatr Cake Gator from now on.
Someone clip it. Wait, this is the best sprite ever. You guys were trying to convince me that Gen 2 was good when Gen 2 sucks. However, if you had used this in your argument, you would have got me. You could have got me, guys. But you forgot the most important part of Gen 2 right here. It's just unnecessary. It's just unholy. Alright, let's get to game 3, I guess.
Shout out to Tyranitar Gator. That's pretty cool.
Shadow, why does Feraligatr have the cheeks? Why doesn't it have the cheeks out? That's the better question.
All right, guys. Game 3. This is the last game of the stream. John, this first turn, please. It's so bad. All right, I'm going to judge you so hard, by the way. Actually, because you warned me that turn 1 is so bad, I'm going to put it on really slow. And I'm going to put on the showdown music for max terribleness.
Let the cringe live.
All right, guys. Here we go.
For all
Showdown
to see.
music on really slow.
Really slow is really slow.
Oh, I wonder who PokeNerd is leading. We'll find out soon, chat. Okay.
All right. The
Braviary.
suspense is killing me.
Okay, all right. I have to put it on regular slow. Sorry.
Yeah, really slow is like really, really slow. Very big difference. Terra Water, Unga Bunga time.
All right, this is it. We're hitting the all gas, no brakes. Not what I mean. Okay, protect. Wait, why is this? This is like still really slow. Hold on. Normal.
The showdown is showdown.
Okay. I mean, that wasn't that bad. You tried to pick up a kill. Unless this is the bad turn. Rutro. Esper Wing? Ooh. I mean, that's not your fault. You got crit. I mean, Psychic Terrain is up. I think crit mattered.
Yeah, crit probably mattered.
Is that a camera up in Trick Room? No way. Are we gonna see it? Wow. Oh my god.
With the helping hand. She learned between game 1 and game 3.
Shout
Well
out
done,
to
Dial.
learning. Is this another one? Come on. 2 for 2? Oh my
Another one.
god.
Follow me does nothing.
Bye, Camera Ups. But you know what? You did your job. Shout out to Camera Up. You're a real one.
2.5 kills? I mean, it's-
Moxie has it coming. The Hyper Beam. Oh my god. Expanding Force. Big damage. Oh my god. This Luxray is blind.
but why Thunder? Well, I guess she's a rain team. Never mind. She's got Pelipper.
Yeah. This Luxray is blind as fuck. Bro has no idea where he is right now. This Luxray wants to be in Pokemon Coliseum so bad.
Luxray was more useful when it spent
Okay.
4 turns sleeping game 1.
This is winnable though, because we know the Pelipper is faster. Who does Pelipper go for? Okay, is this Hurricane into Hitmonchan? Oh, it's a double. Please don't tell me you have Thunder Punch. Ice Punch! We're chilling. Oh, please tell me that Pelipper wins MVP of the week. I want to do it to Moxie so bad. Okay. Come on. Okay. Just enough health for Pelipper to pick up one more knockout? No! Yes! The sash!
I'm
Get
not
another
saying nothing.
KO! Pelipper emotes in chat!
Okay, nerd. Nerd, I'm not looking at the camera, but I need you to listen very closely. But just like what John said to, who was it, Shay? You gotta take out the threat. And the threat was not Gothitelle.
True.
You should have Thunder Punched that Pelipper into next Tuesday. On the first turn open.
I just got here like 2 minutes ago. It's okay, PokeNerd. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Alright, so let me give my realistic thoughts before we all make fun of Moxie for being a Pelipper hater. So my realistic thoughts is game 1, definitely there was opportunities to bring in Camera up on Trick Room. PokeNerd did a really good job of positioning Breloom. Like I thought the spores were aggressive. I thought Breloom popped off and kind of just won the match. Game 2 was just it was just kind of exciting back and forth. There was some RNG on both sides where it could have kind of went either way. I think once that Swampert got intimidated, it kind of needed to be switched out because it just wasn't doing damage anymore. And then game 3 was really, really entertaining. I think, okay, so you guys are going to hate me, but I think Pokénerd, you probably would have won if you had just clicked Expanding Force more. Now, if you are not clicking Expanding Force because you don't want us to call you a filthy spam user, I respect you so much. Like, I respect it, all right? But just so you know, you're the only person that can do it. Moxie is not allowed to. You're allowed to do it. So if you want to spam, I give you permission.
Yeah, it's if we're not going to give Ryan grief for, Dracovish, Sand, and Rain shenanigans, we're not going to give you a bunch of junk for spam.
Yeah. I do think that even though Dial won and Dial deserved to win, there was some really, really good plays. I think Hyper Beam Drampa was amazing. I thought Dial did a good job of positioning Feraligatr to always get value, but I do also think that if Pokénerd just clicked spam every single turn, it probably would have got real scary. Question: does your Pelipper have wide guard? Dial, do you know if you have wide guard on your Pelly? You do. Okay. So you probably would have been able to play around it. But yeah, those are my notes. But that was just honestly, it was a really fun set. Both coaches had some plays where they could have did something else, but both coaches had some plays where they did like some awesome, really fun shit. So that was a dope set. You guys were right. That was easily the set of the week. Now it's time to get to the nitty gritty.
I just want to say real quick. So like, I played Dial this week. I actually played Dial tomorrow.
Nice.
And watching this set, like over again, I've watched it like 3 times, has like terrified me for the options that she has between Feraligatr, Pelipper, and her other offense, and Camerupt. Like trying to work around like those 3 plus Gothitelle. Like there's a Trick Room mode, there's a Tailwind mode. Like I am literally giving myself anxiety on how to work around everything that she has.
If I were you, I would just set up Trick Room. The camera up will never switch in, trust.
It's true. True.
Excuse me, guys. I'm like slightly choking for some reason. Pardon me. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so it's time to start talking about some votes. So here are our 3 categories. Category 1. And Bryu, I'll let you start first, and then we'll kind of go back and forth. We're gonna do
Which category is 1?
We're gonna do best prep. So category 1, best prep of the week, and I'll let you go first.
There was a lot. I mean, I think every match we watched, everybody prepped like really good. Like Lou with the eject pack and the the EQ invulnerabilities and discharge invulnerabilities, and then Phoenix and Ryan are just Phoenix and Ryan, right? Like their preps are always going to be amazing. And then I thought Dial's prep was really good. She, as we've said, like she didn't play it like top tier John style, but like she's still learning. But the prep was there. Like I can see the uses and the moves for everything that she brought. So I'm kind of torn because then like Shay's prep was really good too, for bringing what he brought. Like look at the mons that he brought and how well he fought with them.
Well, he also forgot Terra.
yeah. I guess you can't call best prep when you don't bring your Terras, I guess.
Yo, what's up, normal person? Sorry to cut you off, Bryu. Just real quick. What's up, normal person? Thank you for the first time chat. Welcome into the community. We're doing some of our draft league recapping. Welcome in, buddy. I hope you're having a good day.
So it's tough because like Phoenix and Ryan probably had the best preps, but it's not really a surprise, right? You know? Like I kind of feel like between Dial and Lou were kind of my favorite preps.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting, right? So I think it's probably Ryan, but I think Dial would have maybe gotten best prep in my mind if it had came up. Because I think the idea behind best prep is like, not only did you prep something that won, but like, did something or did multiple things that you prepped actually come up? Like, did you read your opponent, so to speak? So where like Dial had wide guard on Pelipper, but we didn't know that because Pelipper's the GOAT and it was just killing everything with Hurricane. You know what I mean? But like, let's say Pelipper had wide guarded an expanding force and then and then caused, like mind games. And then it came in with a. But like, the thing is, though, Dial definitely gets credit for Hyper Beam on Drampa. I think that's awesome. Like, it was really, really good.
That'll be coming up in our next section.
Yes, yeah. I think you're right. I think that might come up in a different section. Whereas Ryan's prep, and I almost don't want to give it to him 2 weeks in a row. But at the same time, like identifying how good Dracovish is, and then giving Dracovish substitute and leftovers. It's not just that Ryan was like, okay, well this guy's Slush Rush, so he's obviously good. It's like, oh, he's good, so I'm gonna give him sub leftovers. Like, that's so, like, you know what I mean? And it actually came up. Like, that's why it's, like, really, really good prep. Band?
Yeah, I can't argue. Like, I mean,
Oh, there's somebody, Phoenix is always too good. And then the third one, yeah, I was going to say Assault Vest Conk on Phoenix. But I also, with the Phoenix thing, I think, like, it counts as good prep, but it's also, like, I don't know, like Steve didn't know the guy had knockoff, so like I don't know like how much. Oh, they were a spam bot. Damn it! I thought somebody loved me. Nobody ever loves me, chat. But it's okay. Yeah, in my heart I want to say Ryan. I'm not gonna hold back just because somebody won it last week. But I think you alluded to something, and I think we're gonna revisit Dial for a different category, to be honest. But I just love the sub. I thought the team was well put together. I think the prep was really, really good.
yeah, I can't argue.
Yeah. All right. Go Cubbies. Hell yeah. So the next category is best play. Category 2. Best
Yeah, so
play.
I only wrote down 3 plays for this one because I kind of forgot. But number one for me, and it's not like one play, but it was kind of like the whole setup was the guts reveal from Phoenix on the conch.
Right.
Like I don't know if that counts as a play, right? But like that was like a rope-a-dope from, that was a Evander Holyfield rope-a-dope right there. Just like, oh, he doesn't have it. Oh, yes he does.
Right.
Bam.
Yep.
GG's. So there was that one. I thought the ally switch from Shea that almost brought game 2 back for him was pretty cool, even though he lost it. So I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know if it's if giving an award to the best play for a losing effort, but like I thought it was a really fun play that I never saw coming.
It was so good, yeah.
Yeah, the Clefable. And then the last one, obviously, we already alluded to it, is the Hyper Beam Drampa Death Ray.
Turn 1.
Game one surprise, yeah. Those are the 3 that stuck out to me.
Yeah, so I have 2 plays, 3 actually, and we only have 1 play in common, so I guess we kind of know where this ends. But I will give my top 3 plays. I thought Lou Earthquaking was the best play that Dozo made for their matchup. So Lou will be the first person to win an award for the wrong team. But actually, all jokes aside, there was a play from that set that I thought was pretty standout. I thought Dozo Terra Grass into Meteor Beam into Corviknight. And protect on Scovillain. That was all the same turn, if I'm not mistaken. It was literally protect, Terra Grass, Meteor Beam. Like, that play won game 1. So that's definitely up there for me. Like, I thought it was genuinely a really, really good play by Dozo. Really good play. But the play that me and you have in common, because it's half play, half prep, Hyper Beam turn 1, knocking out the Armor Rouge, which is basically the win condition. That was just crazy. That's just so good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
like
that has to be, yeah, that has to be my vote, I think, just because
yeah.
it's so unexpected. Like who in their right mind saw
Yeah.
that coming?
That
Like,
that's a play that we're gonna remember at the end of the season. We'll be like, remember that time where somebody got hyper beamed?
yep, into next Tuesday.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep. So I'm comfortable with giving Dial play of the week. Chat if you agree. But yeah, I think Dial wins play of the week for sure. There's not a single person that would have been ready for that. To be fair,
No,
Hyperbeam Terapagos.
we all would have
Yeah,
taken the
that's
hyper beam
different.
straight to the temple.
All right, so the last category is MVP of the week. I'll start and then Bria, you can finish. So I have 3 candidates for MVP. And honestly, if Chat and Bria, you guys can decide between these 3 because I don't know. What I know is they all deserve it. MVP number 1 was Conkeldor. Bria spoke a lot about it, but Assault Vest, Drain Punch, Mock Punch, and Hiding Guts was really, really good. But the reason why it was so good is that Assault Vest was so helpful into Skeledirge, and then the knockoff, knowing that Skeledirge was an issue, being able to Mock Punch the Galarian Darmanitan, like everything that Conkeldor did kind of warped that matchup for Phoenix. So like where Phoenix might not have had a lot of great prep overall as a team, that Conkeldor was the MVP, 100%, goated. So that's where my heart is saying Phoenix is Conkeldor, but there's 2 others that I think were amazing. Excadrill for Orion, only because it straight up won game 2 by itself. Like if you remember game 2, Dragonite picked up like 3 KOs. It was like a 3 versus 6. And like Ryan's back was against the wall and Excadrill just popped off insanely. So Excadrill, I would put I have Conkeldor first, but I thought Excadrill did great. And then my last MVP is Pelipper. I guess it's maybe Pelipper and Glamora. They were both great. So maybe I have 4. I don't think Glamora or Pelipper should win, but I think they deserve mention. Pelipper was changing the weather. It was putting offensive pressure onto almost every single Pokemon. It picked up the Armor Rouge twice. It picked up Hitmonchan. It was like doing a lot. And then Glamora won game 1, and then it didn't do as much in game 2, but it forced Lou to kill the Glamora. Like immediately Lou saw it and he was like, okay, kill that thingy. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. I'm voting Phoenix, Conkeldor, but I'm open to those other options. What do you think, Bria?
So we actually have pretty much all the same. I do want to throw out one like uh honorable mention, like from the cockles of my heart
Yep.
for Shay and Spidops, because Spidops put in some work in a valiant losing effort,
True.
but it put in some work. It impressed me. Also, like another quick honorable mention is Hippo. Like I'm becoming a
Yeah.
big Hippo fan.
Yeah, I
Like
think
Lou, like just watching Lou play Hippo like 2 weeks in a row. Like Hippo, like he's underrated. Like he does some stuff.
okay.
Okay, so to the real ones. Yes, Pelipper, I agree 100%. Sorry, Mox, but Pelipper did a lot. Like it like sure, like Feraligatr was there, and Feraligatr is like the mascot of the team, and he did his thing, right? He smashed some fools in the face. But like Pelipper, like kind of carried all 3 games in certain respects. So I agree with you there. Glamora, yes, I don't think Glamora had quite the same impact over both games as like Pelipper did.
Right.
But the surprise meteor beam, like it took over game 1. Like that meteor beam, it locked game 1 in. So, but yes, for me, number 1 is definitely the Conk.
Yeah.
Conk from the turn 1, game 1, Conk set the tone of that entire match when it O-code, which is not that big of a deal, right? Because it's a fighting move, against Auroras, which is quad weak. But just that first Oko set the tone for both games,
Yeah.
and Conk was a threat the entire two games. So yeah, I agree with you. I think it's Conk. Just everything that went into it, the play with the hiding the guts, like yeah, Phoenix really he put some work on it, and it showed.
So, can we add? Okay, spur of the moment. I think there's been an oversight in our award system, and I think we have to add one more award because I
Oh,
think
let's
Bree,
do
you
it.
brought some great points. We're gonna add a fourth award, and I think I know who I would even give it to if we're gonna retroactively add it for week one.
Sure. Do
We're
it.
gonna add a fourth award. It's going to be called "I Lost, but It Wasn't My Fault." That's the name of the award. Okay? And this week, the winner is Spied Ups. Okay? I lost, but it wasn't my fault. That's the award. Okay?
The Steve Nash Award.
The Steve Nash Award. I am personally nominating Spied Ops if you guys want to agree, because Shay didn't win, but it was not his fault. Bro was trying so hard. Because I do think we should recognize people who have a really fun strategy even if they lost. So I think if we do this every week, we can call out people who might have brought like somebody really, like, let's just say there's a week where like Hitmonchan pops off but Pokenerd loses a close battle. Like, we still want to kind of have like a, you know what I mean? So I think we should do that every week. Pick a "I lost but it's not my fault" category.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. So who's your retroactive for week one winner?
So my
'Cause I don't remember
retroactive
anything
for
week
week one, I this isn't fair necessarily because I don't remember a lot of the matchups. Um, but I lost and it wasn't my fault. I'm trying to remember. Hold on, give me a second. My memory's so fuzzy. Um, Gorabis from Jarrett's week one matchup. Because remember, even though Meldy won, there was that game where it's like if Gorbis had one more turn, it could have like turned everything around because it set up a rain dance and it needed to survive Trick Room. But also Grim. What Pokemon from Grim, Ryan? Do you remember a Pokemon that popped off? I was gonna say for Dragonite, Hariyama also was like killing me that whole set. Like, I won barely in game 3, but that Hariyama was like smoking me. Grimmsnarl with the parting shots. Tried so hard he killed his teammate. We don't play this season. It's all right. We'll change the schedule manually. Don't worry. Um, yeah, maybe we won't do it for week 1 because it's kind of unfair. Oh, Grimmsnarl with the parting shots into psychic terrain. Nah, Ryan, you ain't shit. I'm ignoring you. That's so crazy. But yeah, guys, that's week 2. Another fun week in the books. Week 3 is almost up. So once all the matches are done, we'll do another reveal. If there's somebody in the community that wants to do the week 3 review with me, just reach out to me. Send me like a DM or whatever and say, hey, I'm interested in doing it. And if no one's interested, that's okay. We'll just rotate some people. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I'm always available.
Okay, perfect.
Almost
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. So like worst case scenario, I could probably always get Bryu. I could always force Moxie if I want to, but I don't have Yap, so I can head back if nobody wants. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But if anyone is interested, just let me know. And then if you're not interested, that's totally fine. No big deal. Quick point of order for me, and I guess Moxie, if you want to do this as well. I think my next stream is probably going to be Monday night. Monday night, we are going to be fighting Primal Kyogre and Mega Rayquaza in the same stream. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm really excited for it. It should be Monday night. And no, I wasn't joking. We are bringing Love Disc, and we're also bringing Luminion. So it should be a lot of fun, guys. And then Moxie, when are you streaming? Mine will be tomorrow night to do the CMBZ charity stream. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So tomorrow night, guys, look forward to Mr. Moxie Ments Monday night, look forward to me versus the Legendaries. And we're going to have a lot of fun, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I'm scared because all my matches are against the top 9. Like in Draft League, I wouldn't worry too much about like seeding. It's still really early in the season, to be honest.
It's week 3.
Yeah, like I'll give you a perfect example. Dragonite is 0-2, but I know for a fact Dragonite's one of the best players in our draft league. Like I respect Dragonite 100%. So like don't always, oh, you're playing against Moxie? Oh, I'll help you. Trust me, I'll help you.
I mean, it's nothing to be scared of. I beat Moxie almost every season.
Of. Then I play you.
What's Exclusion?
It's a typo. On that note, I'm gonna end stream so that nobody else reads it. Punches him in the electrodes. Yeah, if you play me on a week, I got no time. You good? Yeah, the good news about playing Moxie is he only preps for 2 weeks and then he alternates those 2 preps. So all you have to do is predict one of the 2 teams that he already built and you're good to go. Because trust me, he is not building another team. He has his 2 and he's going to stick to those. Moxie is decent, but not someone to freak out over. Damn. Steve talking that. Sheesh. Okay.
You need to replace Moxie and replace that with my name.
Nobody updated by week 3-2-1. No, we can't update it because you guys don't know how to save replays, you monsters. Mox will job in the regular season and magically be good in the playoffs. That's honest to God true.
Lou, I haven't done the stats yet for week 3. I haven't recorded the games yet. I don't think.
Moxie sandbags the regular season. I think freaking out over you is warranted. Damn, I was proud of that win. I know, Lou. I wanted to see it so bad too. I think Briu, you're the only person that saw it, right?
I think Ryan was in there too.
Damn, yeah, everybody, because I was streaming when it happened, so like I literally had no choice. If I had only watched it live, we would have had a VOD, but like I wasn't just gonna stop playing.
Well, I got all excited because I heard that Lou was streaming, and I was like, "Oh, right, he streamed it," but he went live after the game.
Right. Do I have to play it again? No. You have witnesses. Everyone knows you won. We just can't watch it for next week draft recap. Give Briu a heated blanket, and he'll forfeit the match. Or a good old thunder wave. And I'll fall asleep.
When in doubt against Modfather, just break out the T-Waves.
By the way, yeah, I was just gonna say, if you guys want some spoilers, Briu, do we play this season?
I don't know. I don't remember.
All right. Well, I'm gonna help you
weeks,
out,
it's hard
and
to...
I'm gonna build my team for you in advance. It's gonna be really good.
I hate you. Gee, I wonder where this is going. How many mons do you have that explode?
No. I wouldn't do that to you. At least not twice. What am I gonna do to you? Definitely sticky web.
I do like me some Rockwind.
Okay, I'm gonna soak in case you bring Pokemon that are immune to Thunder Wave. That seems really good. Wide Guard.
I think my only ground type
probably protect to keep you guessing.
Dawn Fan.
All right, now I need my Thunder Wavers. Who are my Thunder Wavers? Pretty much everybody else, right? I don't even know who I have on my own team. Chat, who do I have? I don't know. The joke's over.
This bit went downhill real fast.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna end my stream too. Good night, everybody. Briu, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, buddy. Chat, thank you guys as always. Love you guys. Good night, and I will see everybody tomorrow during Moxie's stream. Good night, everybody. GG's.